Record. Is it recording?
Yep, I see the red recording, so I think you're golden.
All right, awesome. Okay, so there's a few different tools that I use when I'm making mockups, and the most, and I can send you guys, if you want to give me your email address, I can send you all these links, so you can just write them down. But there's this YouTube video, it's called Book Mockup Tutorial. Is awesome. It's like a 15-minute tutorial that tells you exactly how to do what I'm going to show you. So if you don't, well, not everything that I'm going to show you, but she shows you how to use this photopea. It's like Photoshop, but it's free, basically, for making a 3D mock-up of your book. So I'm going to use, I use this video to kind of teach myself how to do that part of it. Photopea is the program that I'm going to make the mock-up in. And then I use Cover Vault to get the mock-ups. So they have square mock-ups, they have landscape mock-ups, they have paperback, and oops, sorry, I'm going to admit Megan here. They have paperback mock-ups in here. And then of course I use Canva to create the whole thing. And then I found this awesome Pexels site. This is where I got all my backgrounds. So remember this one I made for my Kickstarter, I got this one there. I got the one with, I mean, this has amazing, I got this one. So, and these are all free. So if you go to pexels.com, you can search in here what kind of a background you're looking for. And then, you know, if it's a winter one, or if you're trying to promote your book for the Christmas season or whatever you're gonna do, and then you can find backgrounds in there, and you just click download right here, and you can just save it right to your desktop and then upload it into Canva. So that's what I used for my, my bulb background that I used. Okay, so if you go into, so the first thing we're gonna do is find the mock-up that we're going to use. So I have a square book, so I could use this one, although I didn't use this one because I don't have the back cover done yet. So let's see, I'm going to move this over a little bit here. So you can click right here, filter by cover size. So if you're looking for, I know somebody said they were looking for landscape. Here's a landscape one right here, square, and then it will show you all the different square ones that they have. I've used this one before. I know it looks like a board book, but I didn't really care. This one is good. This one's good if you have the back cover done. Otherwise, another good site that I've gotten them from is let's see, Cover Vault is good. Free Pick is another one. They have this one, and some of them want to charge you, so just make sure you look and make sure you're not getting charged. But you'll just download it and it'll go right to your desktop, okay? So once you have the mock-up that you want to use, then you're going to open Photopea, okay? And you're going to go here, and you're going to go to Open. And then I'm going to go to, you're going to find your mock-up that you uploaded to your desktop. And hopefully I can find mine. Let's see. So we could try to use this one. Okay, I'm going to use this one. And you want to make sure you use the PSD format. So make sure it's the PSD. Open, and that's going to put it right into Photopea for you. Hopefully. Now my computer will be super slow because that's how it goes when I want it to be fast. And then you're going to see all these layers over here. So this is just like Photoshop, where you can remove layers and then add something else in to create your mock-up. So if you click on these eyeballs, that will remove the different layers. So you're going to remove the background. And that makes this a transparent background. So that's important because if you keep this as white, When you upload this image into Canva, it'll have the white background around it no matter what color you change your background, which is kind of doesn't look very good. So you want to make that transparent, and you want to check off the studio backdrop here, and that takes off even more. And then you should have this, okay? So then the next step is to add your, what's that?
Jessica's going to come and get you from here and take you 2 doors down.
Oh,
You'll get the ultrasound, and that will take about 5 to 10 minutes.
so
Then you'll
then you're
hit
going to
begin.
click on cover
The doctor will come in and give you
right in
your
this little
results before
box
you
right
leave.
here.
Sounds
Okay?
good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, now obviously I don't want this one, so I'm going to go to File and Open, and I'm going to find my book cover. Okay, and now I'm going to, let's see, I made notes so I wouldn't forget what to do. Edit, free transform. Just to make sure it's covering everything up, you want to make sure that it's over the top of the whole thing, and sometimes it's not. So if you go to edit and free transform, then you can drag these corners and make sure you're covering the entire part of the thing here. And then you're going to click on this check box right here because that's going to confirm that that's what you're doing. And then let's see if it worked. Let's see. Oops, I forgot a step. Hold on. So we're going to, I'm going to do it again because I forgot something. Okay, so I'm going to open my book cover again. See, if you only do this like, you know, once every few months, then you forget what you're doing. At least I do if I don't write everything down. Okay, so there's my book cover. Now I'm going to go to, I'm going to do select all. So edit. Oh, I don't even see it here.
Oh, yes.
My name's Emily. I'm here from ultrasound.
Yes.
Around to the next one. Sounds good. Your day.
Okay, so what I did is I opened my book cover and it was right here, you guys. So I just did select all and I copied this, and then you go back to your book cover layer, which is right here. The layer 5 is my book cover, and I pasted it on here. Then you go to edit and you go to, let's see.
Perfect. So I understand we are following up, looking at your left breast, correct? Have you noticed any other changes or anything?
Pre-transform.
Wonderful. In that case, you get to lay on down. I'll just have you open up your gown then to the left.
Whoever that is, why is that on here? Is that, who is that?
I think that's Jessica. If you can mute her, Stacy. You're the host, right? You can
Okay,
mute her.
yeah.
I don't think she would want this being heard by everyone.
There, I got it. I know, I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I went to edit and I clicked on free transform, and I'm making it so that my book cover fits over this layer right here. So I'm in layer 5 up at the top because that's my book cover layer. And then I'm just I'm shrinking this down because it was too big. And I want to make sure that it fits exactly inside of the square piece right here. Okay. And I'm recording this, so I'll send it to you because I know it's easy to forget. And then we're going to go down. So I just want to make sure it fits in there exactly. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I want to be very, okay, so I think it's in there exactly. Now I'm going to click the check mark to confirm my changes. And then the last thing you want to do is go to File, and then you're going to do Save Smart Object right here. And then it should hopefully, when you click back over to your mockup, it should hopefully be there. Yay, it worked. Okay, so that was a lot of steps. So again, I downloaded the mockup template that I want to use. I opened it up into Photopea. Then I went over here to the layers and I unchecked the background and took these two things off, the background and the studio backdrop. Then I went into cover and I just double clicked right in this area for the cover right here so I could add a new cover. Then I opened my cover, and my cover is right here. This is my book cover. And then I did the select all, copy and paste, and I pasted it back into layer 5, which is the book cover layer. If you go back here, you'll see it. Then I remember I did the edit free transform so I could cover up this whole thing. And then you don't forget to click your check mark up here so you can confirm. And then when you click back over, you should have it. And then something that she does that I like is she does the crop right here. And then she takes off even more of this background back here so that she has a smaller image that doesn't show like this whole space around it, like that. And then save. Oops, that's not the one I want. Okay, and there's so this is my 3D mockup. So once I have that, then I can go in. Sorry, I just want to see if okay, see, I forgot to do the check mark, so it didn't save it last time. There we go. Now I'm going to export this as a PNG. Come on, computer. Okay, and then I should have my mockup here that I'm going to use in Canva. Right there. Okay, so then the next thing you do, the next step would be to go into Canva. And I'm going to create a new design. And then you can decide what size you want it. The Instagram posts are the square designs. You can do a Facebook cover, highlight cover, whatever kind of size that you want to do. So I think I did a Facebook cover last time because I wanted it to be a rectangle shape. But it wasn't that thin. So I'm going to go back again. Facebook post. That'll be better. Okay. So I have my mockup and I have my background that I want to use. You're going to go to uploads. So you'll see that my, this is the background that I chose to use. So I'm just going to drag this over here. Now I turned it the other way. I mean, because I wanted the bulb on the right size. So I'm just going to fill this whole thing. And then you go to flip and you can flip it horizontally, move it over so it's kind of centered more like that. Upload my mockup from my device. Here's my mock-up. Now that one doesn't really look that great in this kind of a background. So I used the other book mock-up I made, which is this one. And I just made it big. And kind of put it like right about there. So that's pretty much it. And then I just, when you're done, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Canva, but when you're done with this, then you just download it as a PNG and then you can use it wherever you want. You can add text to this if you want to. I didn't add text for my Facebook cover because I read that it's better not to have text on that, so I didn't do that. But you can if you want to. Okay. I know that was like a lot of information and me bumbling around. Does anybody want to ask me anything about anything that I just told you guys? Or anything else? Nobody has any questions?
I guess you're just a good teacher.
Yeah, gotta try it first, then we'll have the podcast.
Okay.
It looks so cute.
I'm sure when I try it my first time, I'll mess it all up. And it'll take me an hour.
Did anybody write down the steps? Like, could we put that in the Facebook? Because I know it's recorded, but just to have like a couple outline of the steps.
I did, but I don't know if it's,
Okay.
I hope it's right.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise I can do it.
Okay.
Why don't you guys message me your email address and I'll save the video and I'll put it in a Dropbox and I'll try to put the links to the sites that I used and the steps, and then you can rewatch the video and let me know if you have any questions about any of that stuff.
Stacy, I had a question for you.
Sure.
I am just getting started I'm doing a Christmas book, but I don't think it's going to be ready to mass produce it. And so I'm trying to do a small run just for my family to have for Christmas, and I want it to be hardback.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say? I mean, I even looked at possibly using Snapfish to just print off, not to sell or anything, just this first year, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to have the time to mass produce them by the time Christmas or right before Christmas.
Yeah. So for my Kickstarter, since it's a Christmas book and my illustrator is not going to be done until the end of October with everything, so I'm not going to have it in time for Christmas. So I'm just doing print on demand paperback for my Kickstarter.
Okay.
So you could always do that, but if you want hardcovers, you could do. I know Andrea said Ingram Spark prints hardcovers, and she said she usually gets them in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And, they're like $9 a piece or something like that to print out just, a small print run. But if you want them as like a gift for somebody and you just want a few hardcovers for gifts, you could look into that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
They normally print in a couple weeks, but with the holidays, it might take, a little bit longer than that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't done Ingram Spark yet. I mean, I've thought about doing it, but I don't know. This is the thought of paying, $9 per book or $8 or $9 per book is kind of like,
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody else do you guys have any other questions? I mean, I'm getting ready for a Kickstarter. So if you have any Kickstarter questions or you want me to show you anything else, I sure can. Or Instagram stories or anything else.
So what is working? What is working with your Instagram stories? Like you mentioned that you took that class. So what do you feel is different now compared to what you were doing before?
So there's a lot of stuff, but what I'm doing differently mostly. Okay. So I'm going to try to show you on my phone because I can't do stories on my laptop, which is super annoying. But so I'm going to, stop the share here.
I wish Instagram would change that. Like
I know it's annoying. I mean, I can post from my laptop, but I can't do stories from my laptop.
Yeah. Mostly because sometimes I make the files on a computer and it's just a lot easier to be able to just post directly than transfer
Yeah.
everything.
Do you know how to post directly to Instagram from your computer or no?
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not-
use.
Is it just like on the phone? Do you just press the little plus thing, or is that an
No,
option on the computer?
No, you
you
use
can't.
Facebook Creator Studio.
Oh, okay. Is that the business manager?
Yeah, kind of. It's
Okay.
if you Google Facebook Creator Studio, you can go in there and then you click on the little Instagram icon up here, and then you can post right from here. And it's nice because so create post, you can do Instagram TV or your feed from here.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
nice
really
because you can also share to your Facebook page right here too, so you don't have to post it twice if you want to post it both places.
That's
And you
nice.
can schedule it down here too. So instead of just clicking publish, you can do schedule.
That's great, especially right now because with my Kickstarter running, there's just so many updates, and I want to post in places. And like I have buffer, but I don't know. Just sometimes I want it straightforward, simple. Press a button on the computer where everything is already loaded.
Wait,
Yeah, thank you so much. That's
oh,
like
of
a
course,
nice little.
of course. So for stories, the things I'm doing differently is, so when you go in your Instagram, this is going to be really backward use of technology here, but when you go into your Instagram on your phone, if you click on this little camera up on the top, it brings up and it looks like this. You're gonna see like a, okay, you're gonna see so you see how there's like an A, and then there's a boomerang symbol, and then there's the layout, and
Yeah.
then there's the camera button right there, and then on the bottom it says live, story, and reels.
Yeah.
So in the past, what I had been doing the only thing I'd been doing in the past for stories is sharing my feed post to my story. So I was going on my feed. So this is my Instagram post from yesterday. I was clicking this little arrow thing right here, this little paper airplane thing. And I was doing where it says add post to story. And I was clicking on that. And then I was doing something like, check out my latest post and tagging people and doing hashtags, and that's fine. But that's all I was doing, and I was probably getting like maybe 30 or 40 views on each of those Instagram stories. So what I changed is I'm doing a lot more engaging and fun Instagram stories. So some of the things I'm doing a lot of live Instagram stories posts. So just clicking on this button right here, holding it down and talking, which, you think, oh, who wants to hear that? Well, people would rather hear me talk than see some boring thing from my feed. So if I'm at like a local event and I did that. I held this down and I think you get like 10 seconds to talk. And there's an hourglass thing that runs around the outside, so you'll know if you're running out of time or not. You just hold it down and say, hey guys, it's Stacy, local author. I'm here at the farmer's market selling my books. Come on out and say hi, or something like that, whatever. And then you can once you're done, you can add things to it. Like you can add a location, you can add a hashtag, you can mention somebody. So then, you get more engagement and more eyes on your Instagram stories that way. You can just do a create like a, so if I click on the A and I create a story, it just brings me up to this page right here. Something I did yesterday was I created a little trivia game, which was super fun. So I went up to this little square guy's face. And if you click on that, you'll see that there's location. That's where you take a location. So if you're at a school doing a school visit, or even if you're at your house, if you tag that location, then more people in that area can see your post. There's mention. That's where you tag a person or another Instagram page. Hashtag. You can add 10 hashtags on these stories. You don't just have to add one, but you can use that if you want to. There's, I haven't done donation before. There's music. You can add music to your Instagram story. The poll. So if you click on poll, that's kind of fun. you can ask a question, and you can change these yes or no answers to something else. So for example, I was trying to decide on my new characters' names. So I said, what should I name my new koala? And I had 2 choices, and then people can vote. And that gets people to engage with your Instagram story. Okay, so you can do that. What else is on here? Questions is just an open-ended question. Like, what's your favorite children's book? And then people can type in their answer on your Instagram story. The quiz is what I used yesterday to create my trivia. So I clicked on quiz. You type in your question that you want to ask, and you can add up to 4 multiple choice answers down here. And whichever one is your right answer, you'll click on it. It'll turn green on your Instagram story, but nobody else will be able to see it. So I used that yesterday when I was creating my trivia game. So, and this one is like a slide voting thing. So how much do you love reading? And then you can put that on here, and people can move their finger up or down to say how much they love it. And then there's little stickers on here and little videos and other things you can add in there too. So, and all of these things make your Instagram stories more easy to be engaged with. And so my Instagram story reach has gone up to like over 200 people per story. And I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks. So just by me using more interesting stories, stories that people can engage with, and inviting people to engage with me has really helped a lot. The boomerang is fun. You can try that. That's just where you hold your phone and you press down the button and you do like you raise your coffee cup or do some small movement, and it replays it over and over again. The layout, if you click on layout, you can create different photo layouts by using photos in your library or using your camera. Super zoom is kind of fun. You could be on this all day. So super zoom is, okay, I have 10 minutes left. Super zoom is when you focus on an object and you click this button, it zooms into that and it makes like little icons around it. So if I wanted to super zoom on my new book cover and have hearts around it because I love it so much, I would click on this heart one and I would hold this down. I don't know if it'll show you on the screen here what it's going to do. See how it, it zooms in and it makes hearts around it. So just little, I mean, it's really silly, but it's just kind of fun. And then there's a whole bunch of super zooms you can do. Like there's a paparazzi that takes your picture, and there's bounce and whatever. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. And then hands-free is one where you can do a video without touching your phone. So it has like a countdown on it, and you can video yourself without touching it. So yeah, so those are the things I'm pretty much doing for stories that have really created a lot more engagement.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that was a lot, but just kind of explore with it.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of that, but the super zoom was new to me, and the layouts, I didn't even know what that was for.
Yeah, the layouts are kind of fun, and I'm trying to think. I know I have examples of all these in my highlights that I saved. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I can find any right now, but if you have a chance and you go to Instagram and you click on my highlights, you can see like what I used to post, which is just stuff like this in my stories versus what I'm posting now, which is a lot of me talking and
also been me books. They're just really good stories, obviously good lesson stories, and super cute.
And I want to do more. One of my goals is to do more of the Instagram TV, which is right here. So I'm hoping to get, oh, Jessica's back. So I'm hoping to get on here and do an Instagram TV and maybe do like a read aloud or something. Instagram Reels is this button, and it's just like TikTok, but it's on Instagram. So mine really have nothing to do with my books. Well, a couple of them I do, I guess, but mine are like my kids playing with my cats. And they have a lot of views. They have like over 1,000 views, and then people will engage with those too. And So if you're doing like a giveaway or something, you could have like this one. This is my giveaway I did. My daughter recorded this of me. You can add music to it. I mean, it's just whatever, you know. So, and I've probably, you know, gotten like 1,000 more followers after starting to do more of that kind of thing, where you you don't just post, you actually invite people to engage back with you.
Right. Thank you.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of time too, because people are like, well, I want more followers, but I don't have time. And it's like, well, I understand, because, you know, I have kids and I have a job, and my kids are here 3 days a week. But I'm on Instagram like an hour, half hour a day usually. And I usually do it at like 10 o'clock at night, which is not ideal, but you know, it's when I have time is when, and I try to schedule as many posts as I can, but sometimes I don't know what I'm going to want to post until that day, you know, like if I'm doing a Kickstarter, I might think, oh, I'm going to do this or whatever. And then I post it that day. So anywho, does anybody else want to know anything or ask me anything over here?
How do you do the giveaways? So I'm launching, my book is technically published, but I'm waiting for my first copy to come on Thursday. We had to do a revision.
Okay.
And so it's published, but I'm not announcing it yet until I get that copy in my hand and make sure that it's okay.
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably be on Friday that it's gonna fully go live. But I love the idea of the giveaway. So how do you engage? And I'm not great on Instagram. That's one of my goals, but Facebook, it's pretty good. So how do I do, or how do you just have people comment and then you pick, you know, pick a name and then send them a book when they give you their address and a PM or something?
Yeah. So what I usually do is, and for me personally, I found my giveaways work better on Instagram. That's just me, but I mean, you can of course do it on Facebook too. So what I always do for giveaways, and I'm going to see if I can find one here. Here's one. Is I make the graphic in Canva. This is one someone did for me, but it's basically the same thing. I do some kind of a hook right here, like you know, what do you call it? Attention grabber. Like, do you love books, or who wants a free book, or you know, free book alert, or whatever. And then I'll say, you know, these books are whatever you want to say about your book to get people interested. And then to do the giveaway, all I do is I have people like here's one that I made. Okay, so I made this graphic on Canva. My best book giveaway yet. Do you love books? Looking for some books about screen time? To enter, make it really clear and really simple to follow. I always have them like the post because obviously that gets more eyes on it. I always have them follow me. And then anybody else who's sponsoring the giveaway with me, like Steve Antony's helped me with this one. He's the author of this book. Tag a friend who would love these books. So Facebook is a little bit harder with giveaways because you're not supposed to require people to tag people on Facebook. So with Instagram you can, so that's kind of why I do it on Instagram more than Facebook. But on Facebook you could have them say something like, you know, what's your favorite children's book, or if your book's about dogs, what do you have a dog? That way they're commenting something, because when you know, when people comment, it gets more engagement on your post. For extra entries, tag more than one friend. And then I always have people share it. I say, if you want another extra entry, you can share it in your stories. And then you put down when it ends. I only have it usually go like 2 days. I know some people do like a week or two, but for me, in my opinion, in my experience, the first day or two are busy, and then it kind of drops off after that. And I don't like to drag things on for a long time, so I just have it go for a couple days. And then when I'm done, I just Google random number generator. I look at how many comments I have. I make sure they're following me. And then I pick a number. I just have Google pick a number for me. And I just message that person and say, you won, what's your address? And then I'll post it in my stories or something that they won a book, and so that people know that I chose somebody.
Okay, cool, thank you.
So it pretty much works the same on Facebook, except you can't require people to share your post or tag people. You can tell people that they can if they want to, but you can't. It can't be a requirement. There's just more rules on Facebook for. I don't know why.
But I could do it that they at least have to comment.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. And you can't require that people have to purchase anything, of course. But yeah, you can say, you know, I'm launching my new book and I'd love to give one away to one of you. Please like this post and tell me what your favorite whatever is. You know, I don't know. Yeah, what if you want to do something like that.
Okay.
Okay, less than a minute left. Anybody else? Quickly. Otherwise, feel free to shoot me a message and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll send out the information for the mock-ups to you guys.
Are you recording this? I came in at the butt end. This is Crystal speaking.
Yeah, I did press record, so hopefully it still is. So I'm gonna save it in a Dropbox and send it out to people. So just send me your email address, okay?
Okay, thank you. And I do have another question. As far as the Instagram posting goes, what's like your ratio as far as non-book related to book related posts and reels?
I do at least 2 non-book to every book. So if you look on my Instagram feed, I do a lot of parenting and teaching stuff. I do a lot of giveaways, and then yeah, I do stuff about my own book here too. So, and then as I'm approaching my Kickstarter, I'll do more and more stuff about my own book versus other things. But then when I'm not promoting a specific thing, I try to just engage with my followers by posting personal parenting and teaching stories and getting engagement that way. But yeah, you can check it out on here and kind of see my ratio of what I do.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
All right, guys, I think we're going to get cut off, so I'm going to let you go, but I'll make sure I send that email out to you guys, okay?
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Stacey.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.